Good morning everybody. It's 10:30 and we've had one tea and one breakfast. I don't think I woke up until I think it was 9:30, 9:45. I was a little bit cool last night, but I just wanted to see how I got on with this new sleeping bag. So I, for most of the night, didn't wear leggings, and I just a t-shirt, and I wasn't cold, but I was cool, and that's a +3 degree degree PhD down sleeping bag. And really stupidly I didn't put my weather station in, but when Lizzie yapped at something at about midnight, I put my head down about 11 o'clock, and I was just at that point of falling asleep when Lizzie yapped. I think there was some deer up on the top of this field, because I think the deer come through here. There was a lot of deer noise last night. It was very, very noisy for deer. I don't know whether it's the rutting season or what it is at the moment, but they were quite noisy, especially over behind as well. I've lost my train of thought about deer's mating now. Is there a camping mating season? Let's try and get back on track, Lassie, quickly before they think we're completely doodally. I've forgotten where we were now. What the hell were we talking about? Yeah, sleep, cold. But when I put my hand outside of the sleeping bag, my fingers went quite cold quite quickly. So I don't know what the temperature was, but it was probably about, I did look at the Met Office, and for this area it said 8, a low of 8 centigrade last night. And I put my hands outside the sleeping bag at about midnight. And it was, my hands got quite cold quite quickly. So, you know, it must have been knocking on the door of 7, 8 degrees, something like that. It was certainly less than 10. I did bring my 10 degree PhD down sleeping bag, but I let Lizzie sleep on that one last night. And then I brought my slightly warmer one, but like I said, 3 degrees last night was barely warm enough for me. We'll probably just try and have a quick look at those sleeping bags, you know, a little bit later. You know, maybe in this video, or I might just do a very basic separate video. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, we've had one tea, we've had one tea, one porridge, so we've had breakfast. So we're going to have another tea because it's coming up to 11 o'clock soon. It's 25 to 11. For the life of me, I don't know where. Like I said, I didn't really fall asleep properly until later into the night, I don't think. And then I think my body just kept sleeping. Anyway, we're awake now and we're not in any immediate rush. I'll phone them up and say I'll get there a bit later. If you remember in one of my last videos, I said that I fold inside out now. I used to fold the normal way, if this is normal, but I actually think now, especially if you're using this as a back cover, then folding so that the back or the bottom is on the outside, I think actually makes more sense. And then if it gets wet, the only bit that's wet is going to be the bit that goes on the bottom. So I think I'm going to try to keep in the habit of, and obviously just be a bit careful when you're, you know, putting them on the ground, but there's nothing down there, it's just grass. Normally I would do this undercover, but I thought, well, we brought Lassie out, so let's hopefully film and get Lassie in at the same time. I've got one other thing that I'm going to say and do, and do you remember last year I said that I had a giveaway? Well, of course, as usual, I forgot to really get around to doing anything, and to be fair, I'm not really a giveaway person. I mean, I'm not saying that if a, you know, I mean, you know, if a cheap Chinese company said, "Oh, would you give something away?" No, that I definitely wouldn't do. But Sunblesa, which to be fair is a Chinese company, but I do think their torches are half decent, and they sent me two, the new versions. This is one of them, and they sent me the other one to do as a giveaway, and we did a practice how to do a giveaway. I think what I'm going to do, because hardly anyone watches anyway, is if you have got to the end of this video, just leave a comment. You know, I saw to the end of the video, I'm interested in, don't bother about hashtags. I did, you know, I'm interested in your giveaway. You know, I'd be interested in the Sunblesa. It's not this one, it's still boxed in its original packaging and everything. You know, I'd be interested in the torch. And then obviously if only one person over the next, I don't know, week, by the time I get round to it, says anything, well then that person can have that torch. If 3 or 4 of you say something, then I think what I'll do is I'll get a piece of paper, I'll write your names down, and we'll maybe try and do something funny as a fun little video at home, and maybe get the dogs try to choose a piece of paper or something daft like that. You know, we don't need to do it all fancy posh. There just isn't enough. You know, if 20 people, you know, say, oh, we want a video, or, you know, we want your torch, then that might be, you know, that might be different. And then I might then have to say, okay, look, we'll do it again, because then we might need to do another one with a hashtag to make it fairer. But realistically, when I did the practice, and I probably won't advertise it so much in the title, because I really don't want people just coming to the channel for a giveaway when they don't normally come by, or giveaway, you know, to try and get 100,000 views, and then the people who get something, they haven't supported the channel, they haven't done anything. I don't think that's fair. So if you're interested, just leave a comment below. On those that say they're interested, like I said, I think I'll write your names down on a piece of paper, and we'll just do something funny, and then we'll just see, and then just do it like that. I really don't think the people who are going to watch this channel are going to be, oh, but you could have picked me, you didn't do it properly. I just don't think the people who watch this are like that. That's my opinion anyway. Comment below if you want it done properly, you know, or you're not happy with that, then either don't take part, or, you know, make a comment on such, and we'll kind of go from there. But I'm just thinking, I've been just forgetting about it. When I hit 5,000 subscribers a few months ago, I was thinking of doing something to celebrate 5,000 subscribers, and I just never remembered. So let's keep it simple. Let's get this thing. And like I said, generally speaking, I'm not going to bother with giveaways anyway, because, you know, obviously if a proper big company said, "Oh, Tony, would you," then we'd probably have to consider doing something a bit more professionally, or a bit better organized maybe. I don't think I'm ever going to be professional or organized though. Well, that's the end of this little trip. It's just coming up to 1, so we should be back at the car by 1. I think we'll be back at the car by 1. It's about 25 to, so it'll just take just a couple of minutes, put all this away, which is basically the tripod now, and then get walking. We're not far, and then I'll be home for 2 o'clock and giving Mum some company and Dad in the afternoon. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've tried to sort of feature Lassie as much as possible. We will try and do another one like this again, or do something, you know, in the not too distant future, something like this. Anyway, thanks very much. Oh, my knees! Oh, Lassie. Oh, and let's see, yes, I know you're both very beautiful.